This is a quick performance installation video for K10553. That's a street rod AC bracket on a truck balancer or 2010 and later Camaro balancer. We're going to start off by doing a little bit of pre-assembly here. We're going to take our bolt here and slide it in like so. Then we're going to put one of our long spacers there, stack it up to where the ears match here, and then capture it. And we'll flip this over, and in the two places where they're spot facing, we'll put this here. Shortest spacer there, followed by our racetrack, and then our medium spacer that will load up here and add up to the same distance as the long spacer we just put in. And then another long spacer down here. Sorry that you guys aren't being able to see that. I'll slide it around here so you can see what we've done there. And then we're going to take two of our offsetting spacers there, and now we're ready to mount to the cylinder head. We're going to install the bracket here and here on the cylinder head, and for right now we're just going to get these finger tight. We're ready to install the next bolt here. We have just a 3/8 washer that goes in behind to make sure that we have a nice non-bended fit. Now, this kit does work on the truck and the 2010 Camaro balancer. However, it only works with the 2010 and later Camaro water pump. The water neck on the truck either comes up just right here, or it's actually coming through here, so you can't have two things in space at once. 2010 Camaro is the only one that you can use. We're ready to install the compressor, so we can just set it up there and kind of move it around just a little bit to get it on there. Capture it with your 10mm nut so it doesn't fall off, but leave it loose for right now. And then we'll switch around on the back side so you can see that process. Now we're ready to install our back spacer here, and we'll lift up on the compressor and slide that through. As you can tell, the compressor can cause a little bit of binding, so we're going to leave this nice and loose for right now. We'll get the other side going here. And when we go through our torque process, we're going to want to make sure that we get these front ones tightened first and that these remain loose. If we tighten this and this is bound up or something like that, that probably means that we have a problem here. These are 10mm bolts, so we're going to use 37 foot-pounds of torque. We're going to take a little bit of the weight off the compressor here. That way the weight of it isn't just pulling down on it. We don't want any binding. So we'll hit both of those first, and then we'll come over to the water pump brace and get it torqued down as well. And then here we will get like I said, the front of the compressor first. 15mm on the back side there. And repeat the process here on this side. And then at this point, this is when we're going to check back here and make sure that those are sliding back and forth. They are doing good on both sides so that we have a great chance of this not being bound. Nice, straight and true, squared to the cylinder head, compressor squared to the bracket. We'll also do 37 foot-pounds on the back side here. Now we're going to install our 12mm bolt from behind, our idler mount and our grooved idler here. Capture it with our 12mm flange nut, bring it in from behind so that this flange nut can get a nice seat onto this here. 12mm bolt, 50 foot-pounds of torque. Next we're going to install the tensioner, two locating dowels here, bolt through the center, 10mm bolt, that's going to be 37 foot-pounds like we've been doing. We're ready to install the belt. As you can see, we've already got it on here. The belt length will change depending on which alternator you have. If you have a high output large case, it's going to effectively make this move in space up here, making the belt longer. The way we have this belt routed here, and the reason why we like the LS3 Camaro water pump, is this belt actually comes around here, so we're not trapping this, so you don't have to take off the radiator hose in order to do that. So also, if you take a look over here, we use the 8-groove compressor. but there's also a 7 groove of the exact same compressor. If you're using the 8 groove, we're going to run in the middle 6 grooves, but if you have a 7 groove, you're going to use the back 6. Now, we do a great job in the installation instructions calling out a belt length. However, it's going to be most important to actually take a look down here at the tensioner marks to make sure that the belt we have is actually running within spec. Let's take a look at that now. On the arm of the tensioner here, there's an indicator and then 3 marks here as well. We're going to want a belt that's running on the tight side of things because as the belt wears, it's going to stretch. Also, it's going to sit further down into the grooves, both effectively making it longer. So you want to make sure that you have a belt that's tight, but you don't want one that's so tight that it's actually putting stress on the bearings. Once you get everything together and actually run the motor, I want you to observe where the belt is running here on the pulley. We've noticed some variation in these pulleys, and so we actually include a tensioner shim in the kit. If your belt is running all the way on the front here where it looks like maybe even it's running a little bit over, take the tensioner off, add the shim. We want the belt to be running in the center of it. Most of the time we found that it runs perfectly true without it, so we recommend that you do not install it to begin with, but take a look afterwards. Thank you for watching this quick performance installation video. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can email us or give us a call. And if you have any cool pictures of your installation, we'd love to see those, put them on our social media, or if they're even good enough, we'd love to put them on the website. Thanks.